Hi there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector75, and welcome back to another Transformers review. Yeah, for this one I thought I'd continue on my Generation 2 theme. I don't think I've got too many more to do now. I've got these ones and then another one I'm going to do, and then that's about it I think. If anyone else can think of any others, apart from the Sky Scorchers, because I haven't actually taken them out of their boxes, so apart from them, if anyone else can think of anything they'd like to see, just let me know. Yeah. Anyway, right, let's get on with the review. These are, of course, the G1, G2-ish Turbomasters. Now then, I have already reviewed one of these before. That was Thunder Clash, of course. That is in a separate review. I'm not going to go through that one again, because that was a bit of a hassle and a lot more effort than I thought it'd actually take, actually. So I'm just going to put a little link somewhere around here, or probably up here, for that one, if anyone is interested in seeing it. Though Eros 1 did a really good review of that, so you can always just watch his. Yeah, so right, let's just start. Here we go. I'm going to start with this one. This one is called Hurricane, and he's like a little car. These are a car group, of course, apart from one, which is a helicopter, which I will get to. Yeah, he's a little car. It's called Hurricane. Nice little white car. He's like something that you'd probably seen out of that old 80s cartoon, Pole Position. He's got a nice neon sort of like, let me try and get some light shining over here. I don't know if it's going to work, but he's got a nice like neon pink windshield there. Neon pink, well, pink little lights at the front there. This piece is actually all neon pink, but it's just been most of it's been painted white. Yeah, other than that, it's just got little wheels, nothing of much note, unfortunately. The best thing about it is just the turbine at the back there, because like the idea behind these, of course, they're all supposed to be like turbine-powered cars, and he just looks like he could like just move very, very quickly. And that is it, really. Not much to say about it, really. Yeah, you know, it's a little car, really. Cheap car. Right, to transform it, we just take the little engine out, like that. Just before I go on, these are supposed to have little yellow missiles. Unfortunately, I only have two. The little yellow ones, trying to find them on eBay has been proven very, very difficult. And yes, I've only got two of them. So I will show you them, the two that I've got. Right, but anyway, right, let's continue to transform this blooming thing. Yeah, so we take the little engine out there, and then we just easily flip back the whole back of the car to form the legs, like that. Then we just rotate the front bonnet up like that, grab the little arms that are tucked in here, pull them out, and they're on little joints. Let me just see if you can see this. There we go. Just pull them straight out like that. That forms the arms. And then we just straighten out his feet, flip that round, and then his little head is just tucked in here, and we rotate that up, and there's his little head. Now then we can take this. This, of course, is a little gun. His arms will only move at the elbow there, and he can just pop that in there, like that, for his little gun. Yeah, he's not the greatest robot in the world. Of course, his only articulation is his little elbows, but, you know, he looks all right. Not my favourite of the group. He's definitely better in car mode than anything. So that's Hurricane. I'm just going to pop him down there. We're going to move on to... this one is called Scorch, I do believe. I can never remember all the names, so I've written them down. Yeah, this one's Scorch, and he's some sort of like futuristic pickup truck. You know, he's not too bad. He's got the neon pink windows, you know, because that was all how Generation 2 was going towards then, all weirdo colours. Unfortunately, this isn't his engine on the back here. This one I just picked up very cheaply, like late 90s. And it just took me ages to find an engine for him, so I just managed to pick up. This engine actually belongs to Flash, but I'll get onto him in a minute. As far as I know, it's just sort of like the basic engine. It just sits on the back there, so I just use this one. If I ever see one on eBay, I'll try and get it, but if not, I'm not too bothered, to be honest. Yeah, so he's like a little pickup truck. He's all right. The wheels turn and everything. It rolls quite well. It's quite a nice little car. As a toy, he's okay. Right, so to transform it, we just take this bit out, pop it down there. And then we rotate the whole sort of like back end of the car down. That allows us to sort of like flip out the legs, because these bits are curved just here. That allows the legs to move past them. We just straighten them out like that. That gives him his little feet. And then we grab the front wheels like this, and then we just sort of rotate these down. Then we flip them out and rotate them again until they're in this position up here like that, forming the shoulders. Then we grab the front bonnet and we just flip that down into place. Grab the little arms and rotate these down. Then grab his little head, because it's tucked away in the back there. Flip it up. And that gives us Scorch. Yeah, that was his name. There we go. Again, he will only his only articulation is in his elbows, unfortunately. But there we go. Right, then you can put his little gun. This one will fit in his little hand, which is handy. So he's got his little gun. These do have some of the best light piping I've ever seen. Right, I'm going to try and put this dark, and hopefully this will work. Here we go. I'm going to shine it on his head. Will it work? I don't know if you can see his little eyes lighting up there. There we go. But these do, you put them on the windowsill or something, or even near the windowsill, and his eyes will just glow. Absolutely fantastic these are. Going to pop him down there. Now then we're going to come on to, this one is just simply called Boss. And he's like a little, oh there you go, there's a train going past. Yeah, now he's just a little blue sort of like sports car. He's got a nice little turbine engine in the front there, much like the Batmobile from the '89 Batman film, which is really cool. So it always reminds me of the Batmobile, this car. Most of these cars, they're sort of like their good mode is their car mode. Like their robot modes are okay, but to be honest, they're just, you know, the only sort of like detail really is their car modes. He looks pretty good. Especially, let me get one of his missiles, and then you put this in the front like that. That does give them a sort of like a turbine effect, but not the best. But these are lethal. Let me just show you. They will take your eyes out, which are pretty good. Yeah, so Rosebero's got his little tiny black wheels, and that's about it. Neon pink windows as usual. Yeah, and that's it really. Right, to transform him, we just simply get the legs and we just rotate them back. Yeah, not really hard transformations with these, not like the Revenge of the Fallen toys, of course, because they're bloody fucking transformations fucking piss me off, don't they? Right, so we just separate the arms, pull them out, allowing us to remove his little engine. We'll just pop that down there for a minute. Then what do we do next? We spin him at the waist, 180, like that. Then we rotate the little front window section around. You've got to make sure his little arms are in positions. It's not easy to do when I'm not looking at it. So I'm just going to come around here and hopefully it's still in shot. Why isn't that rotating? That's why. There we go. So we rotate it round. Sorry about that. There we go. It's got a nice little Autobot symbol. I refrain from putting G2 Autobot symbols on these because I still do classes as Generation 1 and not really Generation 2. Anyway, we rotate his little shoulders down into place like that. Then, well, the last thing we do is just flip his little robot head up. And again, this guy's got some good light piping. Let me see if I can get this to work. Don't know if I can do it. There we go. How's that? I don't know if we can do it. Oh, there we go. It doesn't want to do too well. There we go. But believe me, you get him on the windowsill and these guys' eyes just light up. Absolutely fantastic things. There we go. Don't know if we're going to be able to do it. Nah, who knows. But anyway, brilliant. Right, so we get his little weapon, and that will just go straight in there like that. There he is. Yeah, so that was Boss. Right, I'm going to pop him down there. Now then we're going to come to the last of the cars, which is, of course, Flash. He looks pretty good. He's like a red car, kind of like a souped-up, futuristic version of either Pontiac Trans Am, because he's got the little eagle thing on the bonnet there. Either that or a Ferrari, who knows. Yeah, but he's got like the engine on the back there, much like a turbine, to give him extra speed and power. Yeah, he looks alright. Again, these are the only ones I've got the missiles for, so I'll put them on the side there. They all have little, sort of like little bits that you can put the missiles on their car modes, much like the Predator jets, because these are, of course, the Autobot counterparts to the Predators, which I've already reviewed, if you want to check out that review, if you haven't seen it. Yeah, they're pretty good. Right, anyway, each car is supposed to come with 3 missiles, but, you know, I haven't got hardly any of them. But you can put them in like that, and he's got a little mobile rocket launcher as well on his car, which is pretty good. And these are bloody lethal. Are probably the best launchers ever made for Transformers, I think. Right then. These are, of course, European exclusive cars. Well, they were released in Japan as well, as Versus sets with the Predator jets, I believe. But as far as I know, they've never been released anywhere else. Maybe Canada. I think someone said they were released in Canada as well, but who knows. Right, so we're going to transform this guy. We take the engine off. Oh, pardon me. Alright, let's see if I can remember how to do this one. There we go. We just, again, separate the back of the car and separate the legs. And then what do? We rotate the front of the car up like that. Then we can put the legs in place, like so. Then what do? We can't remember now. There we go. We sort of like separate the windshield, which turn into the arms and shoulders like that. Then we can flip his little robot head up. He's got a really cool little robot head. Then we just spin these around into place like that, and then flip these little arms down. They've got little notches and grooves on that little thing there, so they will rotate down and then stay in place. Then we can bend them at the elbows, and these are pretty small elbows, and every time I bend them it feels like I'm going to snap them somewhere. I don't like to do it too much. And here's a little engine, will go in there like that. And this is Flash in robot mode. Now then, he has some great light piping. He has a giant bit right at the back of his head. I don't know if you'll see that. There we go. We're going to stick the light on, see if I can get it to light up. There we go. It's probably better if I come around here. Don't know if it works too well. There we go. You can sort of see it. You get the drift. Yeah, so that's Flash in robot mode. Right, and that was the 4 Turbomaster cars. Now then, the next Turbomaster was, of course, a bigger figure, much like a mega figure from the sort of Beast Wars era. That was what they were called then. In fact, was actually repainted in the Machine Wars line, as I think it was called Sandstorm, and he was given an orange colour. But of course, the missiles were taken away and replaced with either non-firing ones or just sort of like pullback ones. I can't remember now. But I do have a box. I bought this guy complete and in the box. Can't remember now. Probably 10 or 20 quid. Back in about 1996, 97, who knows. But this is his box. It's pretty cool. There he is. See, there's a little insert where he sits. Got a picture in there. And then we've got the usual little blurb. I've read this out, I think, on my Turbomaster, sorry, Thunder Clash review, so I won't go into it then. But this one is called Rotor Storm. Unfortunately, this isn't an English box, so he's actually just called Storm, but his name in English is Rotor Storm. I can't read none of that because it's all in foreign language, so I'm just going to put that back over there. We're going to bring on the figure. This is probably one of the best helicopters actually in the Transformers universe, I think. I think he's brilliant, to be honest. He's got nice little neon pink rotor blades, and these will turn if you spin them like that. And he just looks really cool. I can't tell you what kind of helicopter he is because I'm not very good at them, but he looks like some sort of futuristic one. He's got nice little turbos just there, which will obviously make him fly really fast. Yeah, and for all of us, all that are helicopter fans, he looks fantastic, along with Whirl. He's about the same size as Whirl, actually. He's just really good, and you can sort of like fly him about the place and everything. A bit of robot kibble in this mode is, of course, the arms just tucked under there, trying to hide, but they don't do a very good job of it. So, yes, there we go. Right, I'm just going to get these little yellow missiles off these guys, because I do have this guy complete. Like I say, he comes with his little advertisements for the Transformers out that particular year, which is about 91, I think. And he does have all his little missiles, which are still on the sprue, which I'm not going to take off, to be honest, and I've got his little instructions. But these little ones from the cars are exactly the same, and they do fit on him. So I'm going to show you where you can put them. You can put them on his little landing gear just here, if I can get it to stay on, because there's little grooves which they tuck into, like so. And there. So imagine them on both sides. And you can also put another little one there, so like you can just fly around with them. And it looks a little bit better with them on. Right, so we're going to take them off. Now then, he does have a great gimmick. They've just all fallen on the floor, and are probably lost forever. Yes, anyway, right, he does have one great gimmick, which I do love. These little cannons at the top here do flip down into place. He's got a little button right on top here. Let me see if I can do it. So he's flying along, ready to attack someone, and he goes, bosh, and they just fall down like that. And you can just imagine that he's firing some missiles, or they're giant sort of like Gatling guns, and he's just taking everybody out with these. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's it really. Right, and also these do detach, and I'm going to detach them for transformation, which is actually pretty easy for a guy this size. We just flip these guys back up because they're on 2 little springs. Right, first of all, we just separate the back end hit back here, like that, and then we're going to put those together first. These then flip like that. We're not going to keep them there, we're just going to have these dangling down the back there. Right, so we flip that back like that, and these do click into place. And then we're going to rotate this little section down here, straighten it out, flip these two back like that, flip his little robot feet out. Then we're going to rotate the arms down like that, rotate these bits back there, and then the money shot, of course, is the reveal of the robot head, which we just flip down his little canopy into place, and there's his little robot head. He has a nice little moulded in Autobot insignia there. We're not going to probably pick that up, but it's just there, which is pretty good. And he does have some great light piping as well. I don't think I'm going to get this to work, probably not with this bloody little blooming light. It don't really work too well, not as good as I wanted it to. But there he is, there's his lights lighting up, so his eyes lighting up. Pretty good. Yeah, and his little cannons will fit in his hands and everything like that. So yeah, where's one of these missiles? The other one's on the floor somewhere, I have to pick that up. But you put the little missiles in there and they will stay like that, and these will fire. Fucking hell. Yeah. So yeah, and of course the cannons will sort of like store on the back of his body. So we get these out like that. And then of course this one goes on this side, right where they were in helicopter mode. And they just go back onto those little posts. Like that, so you can store them on his back like that, and they look like a little rocket pack. Now then, the only thing I don't like is this little dangly rotor blade, so I just separate it and just angle it up like that. It gives him, well, I don't know if it gives him a better look, but it just makes them look a little bit better anyway. Yeah, so that is Rotor Storm in robot mode. Yeah, what else is there to say about them? A quirky little group, probably not for everyone, but, you know, if you like G1, sort of like the end of it, G2 with their weird sort of like neon colours, and you might want to pick them up. You can usually get them fairly cheap, not always complete though, unfortunately. But this guy's probably the best of the bunch, to be honest. Yeah, so this has been Graham at the Collector 75, and I shall see you all next time for another review. See you next time.